some super dope guests. We have, I'll let them make their own introductions because what I would say it's not going to compare to what they actually do. So first we have international recording artist Skales in the building. Can you introduce yourself, brother?
Hello everybody. My name is Skales. I'm from Lagos, Nigeria. I'm an Afrobeat artist. I'm a recording and performing artist. I own an independent record label. Yeah, that's it.
No, more than that, but I'm trying to be humble right now, but it's all good. Next we have Karima. Karima, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hi guys, my name is Karima Damir and I represent Sony Music Release. I'm head of A&R for Sony Music Release.
Thank you. Next we have the man himself, the legend. We over there. We got Mackie from Mackie Entertainment. Can you introduce yourself, brother?
Hello everyone. My name is Mackie, businessman, the CEO and founder of Mackie Entertainment. Thank you for having us, my brother.
Thank you all for coming. Sorry for the delay today, but you guys were able to make it happen, so we really appreciate it. So we're going to start this panel off with a few questions based around your experience in the music industry. Can you tell us, Skales, since you got the microphone, can you tell us a little bit about how you got started?
Okay, I was born and raised in the northern part of Nigeria. It's like a couple of hours away from Lagos. Basically, I was raised by a single mom who owned like a CD cassette store. And so in that way, I kind of fell in love with music because that's all I had. There was no TV, just a single mom that had not enough money, to raise a child. But yeah, so I fell in love with music. I started a career. I was doing competitions and stuff. I won some, I lost some. But yeah, it builds the hype, it builds the reputation. And after finishing secondary school, I decided to want to start music properly, and I was going to uni and doing like music as a profession, and sometimes like I had issues with that, but yeah, to cut the long story short, I had to move to Lagos because I won like a regional music championship competition, and I moved to Lagos and started off a career. I got signed to a record label that had me, Wizkid, and Banky W as a group, back then, and yeah, so that was the start of my career. Moving forward to like years after, I created one of the biggest songs, that ever came out of Africa, and the song that helped pioneer Afrobeat till now.
Facts, man. That's amazing, man. What was the group called, if you don't mind?
It was called EME.
EME.
Yeah, it was me, Wizkid, Banky W.
Dope. Thank you for that. Karima, can you tell us how you got in the music industry?
Well, I think I first started my career in Dubai. My first job was in Dubai. And I started working basically with the music industry. So I majored in mass media communication. And I worked on TV for a few years, and then the shift was around 2011 when I joined MTV Release. So I was their talent music manager. I was their talent music manager. So then I found out like that my passion is music, and then I did everything, and I tried researching a couple of courses, and I started working with artists, and then started the A&R project, and that's how I shifted. And then right after when MTV had to shut down here in the region, I had to move to the Lagos side of things. That was in 2015, and I was working with NBC Group, so I was working as a publicist in A&R for their Platinum Records, that's a record label. And then I had a chance to move to a different sector, so I was a mixture between influencers and music. So I worked for Hardish for a bit, so that an influencer and a mutual talent agency. And right after that, I moved to Otana, which is the biggest label in the region. Worked with them for a little bit, and then I was hired by Sony. I started their A&R, we had a department that was taking care of artist development separately, and then marketing, and then two entities, and we established the A&R department, and we're trying just to bring in the expertise that we have all the time, and to kind of have a solid platform to support the great talents that we have in the region.
Right, that's amazing. That's amazing. You guys do a wonderful job at that at Sony, so we appreciate it. Next, we have Mackie from Mackie Entertainment. Can you tell us a little bit about how you got started?
It was that time, starting in. You know, I just grew up with a musician family. My father was one of the biggest artists in Sudan at that time, and I just found myself, you know, have that passion for music. The time that when I joined the university and grew up, you know, graduated as a bachelor in business administration, I started learning more about business and music. So I was trying to find a way how I can get the music industry through the entertainment. So started like booking DJs, booking like local artists, booking, you know, that's kind of entertainment that we could supply to the hotels and all these venues. And I just wanted to elevate myself, start working with international artists like Skales and all these names that I have, you know, around that time.
Right, amazing, amazing. So one of our core pillars is music culture and innovation. That's what Emirates Music Summit is. And our focus is on improving music tourism and improving music industry standards. So can you tell us a little bit about your experience with international travel, being an international artist?
First of all, I would say, let me start from the fact that I never imagined that I was going to get international with this music thing. So it was more like, oh damn, it happened, and I'm everywhere, you get me? So as I'm talking to you, I've probably traveled to over 30-something countries in my lifetime so far. I've performed in places I don't even understand their languages. But anyways, I performed in places where I had to even have an interpreter on stage. You know, but you know what? That's what's really amazing about this music thing. The fact that it just helps you, like, just, should I say, integrate, or, you know, you could switch, you know, cultures, you know, get to know more about people, you know, get to see what you probably used to read about as a kid and be a part of it and stuff like that. So it's been really amazing. And the fact that, you know, this new world now, it makes everything just look like it's one now. You know, I can make music from a village in Lagos and someone in Abu Dhabi is listening to it and is vibing to it, and I get invited to come perform and stuff. So honestly, the experience for me has been really amazing and has also like helped to like boost up my growth in this music thing, and the fact that in a way that now I can even also get to learn other people's culture and infuse it into my music, you know? So yeah.
Dope. Karima, for you, I know you work with the global label, with Sony being global, but since we're based in Dubai and our primary focus is in the MENA region, can you tell us how has it been with MENA region, with travel and getting artists exposure here?
COVID or in general?
In general, but I guess we could go into COVID as well, because that is something that affects us now.
Well, I think, yeah, as you say, we're a global company, but you know, we're known everywhere in the world, but we have certain parts of the world where we're really stronger than others. So I think Sony has been established in the region back in 2009. It was more of a distribution and marketing for international artists. And I think back in, just before I joined, a few years before I joined, they started actually doing a few, you know, started signing a few artists on the back of a few talent shows that we actually had the right to sign artists from. And then we started, I mean, it's very important for us to travel around the globe, around the region in order to actually scout for artists. But thank God, I mean, thanks for the new technologies, but we use other forms of scouting, because as a global company, we actually embrace everything that is new and everything that is innovative. So what we try to do is to also, like, for example, one of our greatest hits last year, which is still charting in the Saudi charts, is actually a song that we discovered on TikTok.
Really?
And yeah. And it's a young Saudi talent. His name is Barry too. He's a super talented YouTuber, creator. So switched on, like he's on another level, and I really loved working with him on that project. it was a loop of 10 seconds, I think, and then that he put on YouTube. We saw it, and on TikTok we saw it, like really, we saw a great audience, great reaction to it, and then we decided we worked with him, and then we developed it with him. We developed it to a full song. It was like a very, like, not that serious song, but however, it actually one of the songs that broke a record for first artist then. I'm not sure if it's something else that came after it, for as a first day streams on Spotify. We did 250,000 Spotify streams the first day. So we're trying, like I said, we travel a lot. We go to Egypt. I think we're supposed to go to Saudi. We're here in Dubai. We will try to work with artists that are from the region, also producers that are from the region. Try just to kind of direct them and also be a home for certain artists. I mean, we're still at the beginning. I think we're still like looking to work better and improve, like our reach in the region.
Yeah. Well, I think you guys are doing an amazing job over there at Sony, especially you. And what you do with A&R marketing. So we really appreciate it. We say it.
Thanks.
Mackie, I was there kind of in the beginning of your journey. Me and Mackie go way back for about 5 years now. So I was there kind of in the beginning. You started before I got there, but kind of in the beginning. I've seen the evolution of what you've done with just the booking DJs and throwing parties to now internationally booking agent. How has that transition been?
First of all, everything just started with a passion, for yourself. You love music, it just makes you look at things in different ways. So me, being a part of a family that know music, makes you listen to music almost every day. So, as I said, when I started booking DJs, that was the starting era. Every single person has a starting point that it helps you to take it to the next stage. So when I started building my brand, I figured out that I could do a lot of things, that can take me, to further journey. Luckily, at that time, I thought about, I was doing Elaine at that time, so I was having a dream to make an Elaine city looking different, right? So I was thinking about bringing the national artists to Elaine, so that was a challenge to me, because Elaine is like a
it's a small city inside a large city, but it's all the way in the middle of nowhere,
yeah, exactly. So from that time, God just made the way easier to me, and I had a couple of artists in LA. I had Cassidy at that time. I had Killer Little, and all of a sudden, I found myself getting calls from different people in Dubai, like Mackie, doing great things. How about you come and work with us and doing it bigger on the other side of Dubai? And then they just keep going. The career keep going till I met Skales. This is one of the biggest things that I had, in my music career, and I'm actually grateful for that, for the friendship, for being a part of his journey. Skales is a superstar. Being around him makes you look like a superstar as well.
Yeah, I agree. Going back to Skales, innovation. So one of the core pillars that we talk about is innovation. How are you being innovative in your music?
When you say innovative, are you like with the new things happening?
It could be with trends, it could be with new sounds, it could be with a new way of marketing.
Yeah. For music, for me, I've been in the game for like 15 years now. So I feel like innovation has been like my theme song. My theme, or should I say the rhythm or the theme of my life actually. Because every time it's something new. Every day it's either I'm learning from somebody new coming into the industry, or somebody new coming into my team, or from my team, or from seeing things that I experience when I travel around the world. But for this innovation, I'm just going to emphasize on the fact that social media, man, damn. TikTok, you could have people from their kitchen be overnight superstars, man, global stars. As a matter of fact, apart from myself, there's this kid that is still a wonder to me. The kid from Europe that never says anything. You know, he just points his hand and that's it. And you know, that's a really serious innovation. And the fact that, you know, TikTok now is the reason why I technically from the country I am, TikTok is like what helps to, you know, define the charts, the songs that are number 1, number 2, and whatnot. You get so I would say I've been able to adjust and learn a lot of things. Like you check my TikTok, I'm growing now. You know, I'm becoming a master at that. You know, I have quite a few things I'm still learning. I have like probably like should I say a cousin that's teaching me stuff, a little kid, you know, teaching me how to use TikTok. But that's innovation for me, and that's how I've been able to try to push my music gradually, even though I'm still mastering it. And there's still other things like Thriller. There's so many others.
Right. Cool. Karima, what are you and Sony doing to push innovation in the field of music?
I think, I mean, the way Sony as a global company approaches innovation is something that we adopt in our day-to-day kind of like work. You know, like it's something that we work with every day on all levels. So when it comes to A&R and working on music, also like when it comes to our campaigns, marketing campaigns, so we try to be like always thinking of new ways and different ways, and in order to actually promote our artists, help them do better. You know, like release better music, innovative ways. Like what I said with, for example, with what we did with Barry was super innovative because he's a content creator, and then we first found him through TikTok, which was like maybe 2 years ago. Yeah. And especially in the region, it's not that I mean, like we have people like for us globally, like people like Lil Nas X. He was discovered through TikTok, and his biggest hit, All Time Road. So it's just you know, that's the approach that we do. Like for example, like for when it comes to marketing, we also try to find different and new ways to kind of actually match our audience, and be innovative and approach them the way they think, and go to their platforms in order to get our artists reach the most you know, the most number of people.
Right, and that's great because if you're able to discover talent like virtually right now and make them into international stars, that's amazing. You know, that's definitely where I see a lot of people going, especially when you enter like the new world, like the metaverse. I know we're not there yet, but we're entering that space where we're taking trendy subjects and trendy topics and putting them online like all the way.
Absolutely, and I think it's still a lot of you know, it's a work in process in the region, but I think we're trying as well to kind of educate artists. We have another artist that we discovered is Syrian but living in Germany, so we discovered him also through TikTok, and we're working on building his profile because he's on his own, he doesn't have a team. So we're working from here. We have calls with him, we direct him, we try to release one song, and we have a few songs to follow.
Okay, amazing. Mackie, how are you using innovation? How are you being innovative?
This is a hard question. Being innovative, the innovative word is like, it's just looking like one word, but it's big in concept.
And you got some cool stuff going on because you just launched the website too, man. I don't want to jump the gun, but don't downplay it.
Yeah, I was about, you know, I'm coming for it. Yeah, being innovative means like find ways to help people to be on board, you know, around your career. So I've been working on a project platform. It took me like a year, you know, like 6 months only thinking about how I can make it, and you know, another 6 months just to construct it, you know what I mean, build it in a way that can, you know, serve the talents. As I said, because I love music and been watching all the artists around me, how the way, you know, they started and how they took their career to move forward. I know there's a lot of there's a lot of talents, you know, living in Middle East that they're trying to find opportunities to take their career, to the next level. So I built a platform. It's called, I don't want to say it now, but I was about to get caught up. You know what I'm saying? A platform, a virtual platform that will help, definitely will help, the talents to make it happen to the next level, for sure.
Cool. Now, let's take a look at the next 5 years. Where do you see you and your companies at in the next 5 years? Mackie, we can start with you since you already have the microphone.
But I see myself in the next 5 years. In 2 years, bro. In 2 years, I'm gonna be blessed for sure. Because I always look at the progress that's happening around me. And COVID was a big challenge. I think it was a big challenge for everyone who's around the building here right now. That it makes you, it just makes you face obstacles, in your life, but it also gives you some lessons and teaches some stuff that helps you when you get into, falling, you know how to get up, and just move forward. So within 2 years, I feel myself like I'm gonna be one of the best, companies in the Middle East.
Amazing. Karima, what about you? Where do you see yourself in the company in 5 years?
I think how I see the company in 5 years is, first, for example, we need to bring all the expertise and all the initiatives that we do globally to the region. So, for example, we just started. Something that started maybe a while back is this initiative called Artists Forward. So this is an artist initiative that was taken by our senior management in order to actually first focus on the wellness of our artists. So we have platforms and all the help they can need. So the stuff like that. So we want to bring that to the region and kind of educate our artists on how we're there for them. Sony Music is there for them, so we'll have professional people to assist them in all their types of stressful issues in life, in general, from their music all the way to their personal life, and also to be transparent with them and make sure that artists are recouped no matter how much they're as in their recoupment, so they can pay. Sorry, I meant to say that they get paid no matter how if they're recouped or not. So this is something that is very, very important to us as a company, and I think I would love for us, the team in the region, to kind of have that same have that same initiative here, do it with artists in the region. Plus that the way I see the company in 5 years is to work more with young artists, to bring up the new generation of artists. Because in our region, we have a lot of big artists, but there's also a lot of young talent that just need the right platform and the right support and the right direction as well sometimes in order to get them where they should be.
All right, and that was good. Skales, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Pretty much kind of what Karima said. I also kind of own a label, but I've had my own fair share of bad deals, you get me? So my own dream is to create a platform where artists are able to, get the right funding they need for their career, and also be in charge of decisions they make for their career, with being creative or just be in control of their career at the end of the day. That's my dream in the next 5 years, and also be able to fuse cultures, because I'm really big on cultures, because that's all I've been about. I want to see. I mean, it can look very impossible, but I want to see a time where I could have Arabian artists come over to Africa and perform, and people sing their music because trust me, my biggest song was inspired by an Arabian song, which I keep saying is la 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 yeah, bro. If you really listen to the guitar, it was reversed, and that's how we got the dun 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 again. But so I'm really big on that. So that's where I see this thing going. I want to get to a point where the cultures are being fused, and we really get to a point where the real definition of music, which is the universal language of the soul, really becomes actualized. You know what I mean? So.
Now that's amazing. That's amazing. So when you Scales, this is for you. When you first started your career, did you think that you were going to be in this space where you're at right now?
Honestly, no. No, I never thought about it. I used to dream about it, that I was going to meet Michael Jackson one day. As a matter of fact, I tied him on my feet because that was my hero. But yeah, I never thought about. I mean, I knew some things. I knew I was going to make it, but I never thought it was going to get this far.
Right, right. And Karima, what about yourself? When you first ventured into music, did you think you were going to be in the position that you're at now?
Actually, I think I worked towards it. I had it as an objective, and I did. And I was thinking about it yesterday. I was preparing for a couple of for your panel and other panels that I'm going into the next couple of weeks. And I was just like, maybe just when I started working with a label first in 2015, I was just forming myself and researching a lot and educating myself on how to become the best A&R. And then there wasn't like an A&R position in the region, but eventually, like now, there are more people within this scope of work in the music industry. And I think what I believe is that this is such an important pillar in the music industry, and I'd love to see more people doing this because our artists need it. And I think and I'm very blessed. I'm very grateful that I actually realized what I wanted to achieve.
Mackie, same question.
I haven't started yet, bro.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. There you go.
I'm just getting started, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't make it yet. I feel like I'm just learning. I'm just building up, some structure, to the company. And yeah, like once you start putting hard work, some efforts, dedication, I think there is no way that you don't make it. You know what I mean? So just have to stay focused, be focused, and you'll make it. That's the only way.
Right.
By God's grace.
So people, before you pass the mic, so people that is coming up right now, what advice would you give them to, what advice would you give them on the journey to?
What kind of people?
For anybody who wants to be a booking agent, anybody who wants to be a talent manager, what advice would you give anybody?
Actually, like when it comes to booking agent, this is not an easy job. People think that, like whoever be an entourage of the artist, a booking agent, but actually it's more than that. It's just beyond that what people think, because our job is just, just to be behind the scene, not like on the scene. The artist always on the scene, but behind the scene there's a lot of things, up and downs, flies catching, delay, stress. Artists have to be in the show all the time, you know what I mean? Skales know that stuff very well. Yeah, like there's a lot of things that's going on, but at the end of the day, it's beautiful things, just passion, it's love. And once you see the progress that's happening, around you and yourself, you feel like, things will be becoming bigger and bigger. And I hope, that every single person want to get into this game, you have to learn about it so they can do it perfectly.
Okay. And what's your next steps?
Next step?
What's the next goal of yours?
I'm just trying to learn more about the digital, technology and stuff, because that's the future. Because, you can see how the world is changing into the technology, digital life, all that shit. You already know, man. You already know. NFTs.
Boom, boom, audio swim. All right. And Karima, same thing for you. What advice would you give to anyone that's looking to be an A&R?
I think just to add to what Mackie said, everybody thinks in the music industry, or working in the music industry is something easy. Whether being an artist, being a booker, being someone who works within a label, it is. We're blessed. I'm personally blessed to have my passion as a profession, but it's hard. So it's hard work. That's what I'm. Hard work. Focus on your goal. Be sure that you know what you want, and be bold, be brave, be confident, and not nobody should actually like, don't let anybody be on your way. Just be bold and and be confident. And but one more thing, and it's be grounded. Always be grounded and grateful for everybody who's been with you from day one.
That's great advice. That's great advice. And Scales, what about you? What advice would you give to an up-and-coming artist and label head?
It's pretty much the same thing she said. Be grounded, be confident, just do what you gotta do, man. Because you're always gonna make mistakes whether you like it or not. It's not always gonna be great, definitely. And just stay focused, your team, man, never play with your team, especially if you know they're loyal, make sure your team is always happy. That's very important. Yeah.
Amazing. So one last thing. I personally want to thank all three of you because I know y'all had a late night last night, and I really appreciate y'all for waking up this morning and coming on time. So big shout out to y'all. Thank you. Anytime. Any last words?
Yeah. I'm working on my album, by the way, ladies and gentlemen.
Boom.
Get the album. Yeah, it's for the first time, man. I'm just gonna say it here. It's family here, so it's called Sweet Distractions. Not sure about the date, so I'm not gonna say anything yet. But yeah, Sweet Distractions. Yeah.
And it's dope. I had an inside scoop, man. I was rocking out, man. Karima, any last words?
First, I want to thank you guys, and I want to thank everybody who's part of this beautiful, event here. Like I said, we're lucky to be in Dubai. We're seeing a lot of history in the making. So thank you for having us, you and Ali and you guys. And had a great pleasure to meet Skales and Mackie, and a lot of things come in the pipeline. I think. Exciting stuff.
Good stuff. Any last words?
Same thing, man. Thank you so much for having us. It's just beautiful, man. Just to be a part of this kind of events with like big, people right here. Sony represented, Skales, everyone right here. See Sandra on the building, Omniat in the building as well. So yeah, man. Thank you so much, man.
No problem. All right, well, that concludes our panel. I want to thank all of the panelists and everybody listening. Thank you so much from Emirates Music Summit.